UAV is active. We're on the advance. Keep the pressure, lads. Ready to
Alright guys, welcome back to the #1 shotgun channel. Today we're taking a look at the snakeshot. So to get the snakeshot, you have to level the Basilisk up to level 26, and then you will unlock the snakeshot that turns it into a shotgun. Why it's showing as regular bullets, I don't know. This game is so damn glitchy. But anyway, we're going to talk about the snakeshot class, best attachments for it, any weapon tunings. I just got it max level, so I haven't tuned it yet. We'll do that live right here. So let's get into it. So this is pretty straightforward. Shotgun, you want damage range, tighter pellet spread, all that good stuff. There is no muzzle that does any of that, so I don't run a muzzle. The muzzles are mostly just recoil control, muzzle flash concealment, most useless attachment you could possibly use in this game, so we have no muzzle. Now, the barrel you're going to want to run, I'm pretty sure it is the only one that increases your damage range, so this is definitely a must. It is a 10.5 FTAC arrow, and I'm sure the tuning on that is much like the shotguns. Sure is, at least down here, so we're going to go ahead and increase damage range. You could do ADS speed, because with this snakeshot pistol, to get the really range kills, now I don't want to say long range because it's a shotgun, and a shotgun pistol no less, but to get the most out of your damage range, you do need an ADS, so it's definitely possible you could run that. For now, I'm going to try this out. Like I said, I haven't tuned this yet. Maybe I'll go back to ADS speed, but honestly, it's just kind of a sidearm for my Bryson 800, so when I pull it out, I'm usually in a pinch, something like this clip here. And they're usually pretty close range, so I'm not going to be ADSing. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Now for tighter spread, you're going to want the Revo LSD 7mW laser. This is the only one that, well, it's not the only one that increases hip fire accuracy, but it's the only one that does hip fire accuracy and sprint to fire speed. You could definitely go with this one if you don't want the enemies to see your laser, once again. But like I said, it's kind of a sidearm. I'm going to pull it out when I'm in a pinch. So I'm going to go ahead and run the laser visible to the enemies. Now I did main this thing for a couple games to kind of get the hang of it. I should have shown some clips at the beginning. It's okay. I'm not a big fan of just maining snakeshot. Even in Modern Warfare 2019, after they nerfed it, it wasn't really worth maining because there's a trigger delay, and it just seems to make like the hit detection feel wonky. I don't know, I don't really think it's the hit detection, but like you go to pull the trigger, and that tiny little delay between when you pull the trigger and it fires, the enemy usually moves out of the way, and I just end up getting a lot of hit markers with it. So I think for purposes of this game and how I play, it's definitely going to remain a sidearm for me. Optic, definitely wouldn't recommend it on this. You definitely don't need the sniper scope, although I will say when I was leveling it, the sniper scope was my favorite. It was definitely handy. It's kind of a pain to level up to level 26, so I kind of just sat back with a sniper scope, got what kills I could. And then next you're going to want the trigger action. Now for this, we're gonna go ahead and tune it to sprint to fire speed for sure. I don't see anything else that I really care to have. Oh, ADS speed for sure. Yes, definitely. Why that's on a trigger, I'm not quite sure. But what this trigger does is it increases your fire rate and trigger response time to kind of eliminate some of that delay, and of course increase DPS. So that's what we're doing there. Obviously you're going to need the snakeshot ammunition. That's kind of self-explanatory, and no tuning on that. So then that pretty much leaves just a grip. I mean, you could run a loader if you wanted, I suppose, but I don't, as a sidearm, you know, I don't find faster reload times to be really worth it, especially when it cuts your reserve rounds down to 10. Although I do suppose you're probably not going to go through all those rounds in one life if it's your sidearm, so maybe rapid loader is not a bad one to go with. But for me, I'm doing this grip here just for the extra sprint out speed and pistol fast draw, all that. You could run these akimbo, but you're definitely going to be limiting yourself at range, and I believe if you run them as kimbo, well, of course if you run them as kimbo, you can't do that quick little sidearm switch that I just showed you, where you're still holding your gun and you pull out your pistol really quick, and you can always go back to your gun. So you can't do that with akimbo, and that's kind of the biggest perk of this class. I haven't gotten the hang of it just yet, but there's been a lot of really interesting situations. It's definitely one of the main mechanics that I'm going to find that I like in this game, is being able to when my shotgun's out of ammo, or I'm down to my last 1 or 2 rounds, or multiple enemies are coming, I can swap really quickly by standing still and swapping weapons. As long as you're not moving and you go to swap, you'll draw your pistol out really quick while you're still holding your shotgun, and then you can unload 5 rounds. So I definitely think that Akimbo's not going to be the way I go with these, just because if it's an Akimbo, you kind of have to main it. It kind of defeats the purpose of a sidearm, although there are certain situations where it could be useful on a sniper class or something like that. So let's go ahead and tune this grip real quick, see what we got here. We got sprint to fire speed, of course, and ADS speed again. This could be very useful. I actually probably wouldn't on the barrel go with ADS speed down here, just because we have it on a couple other attachments. I'd definitely take that damage range where I can get it. But anyway, that is the snakeshot Basilisk best class setup. Hope you guys found that useful. Interesting shotgun sidearm. Definitely not something I'm going to be maining or anything like that, but it definitely has an interesting place in the game, especially with that quick weapon swap. Even if you're on a red gun like a SMG or something, if you ran out of ammo in a close quarters, like in the middle of farm, like where I was, you could swap really quickly to some cheesy shotgun shots. So this might be my favorite. This is probably the best pistol, I would say. Definitely my favorite, but probably the best sidearm you could run. But anyway, I hope you guys found this useful. If you did, drop a like, subscribe for more shotgun content, and I'll see you in the next one.